What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another show. He is Bradley Dwayne Majors. I'm
Hello.
Stephen Wolf. We are back with another episode. A little bit different tonight, though.
Yeah, a little Zoom meeting here.
Yeah, we're both at our own places tonight. Just, life happens. So, luckily, we live in 2021 where we can make that work. So tonight's show is just like strictly Mariners. Gonna kind of recap the last couple series that we've had since we've both been out of town a little bit. Over the weekends, I was literally involved 0% over the weekend. I was so busy. So
Same here. I was trying to be involved, but man, I was busy.
yeah. So pretty much we got to restart all the way back to like the end of the show last week to kind of catch back up to where we're at here. So obviously the game on Tuesday against Baltimore got postponed due to the rain. So we went into Wednesday with a doubleheader in Baltimore. So 7 inning games again this year. And of course the Mariners found a way to take that into extras.
Always. It's always nail biters, I swear.
Yeah, well, I was listening to that because that was the first game, so it was kind of during the day, but I got to listen to the end of it on the way home. And right when they brought Montero in, I looked at our buddy Kyle. I said, he's gonna blow this, and we're either gonna lose or it's gonna go into extras.
That's the name you hate to see sometimes.
I don't hate him. Like, I'm not like I don't know how to put it. My belief in him in just one-run games this year is just like getting lower and lower and lower every time he blows a save.
Yeah, which is sometimes often.
Yeah, but Justice Sheffield got the start in that opening game in Baltimore. Went 6 innings, giving up 3 hits. One of them was a home run. 2 earned runs and 5 Ks over 77 pitches. So not a horrible outing, honestly. I do remember the commentator saying something about how he wasn't able to get the corner calls and stuff like that, which a lot of the umpires have been very strict on the tight strike zone so far this year. But yeah, you'd like to obviously see no walks and not giving up a bump, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, and then Montero came in for an inning, gave up a run. He actually got credited with the win. Yeah. And then Graveman came in the what would have been the bottom of the 8th and got the save. So, I forget who hit in. Well, I guess I can see if I can see it right here. Was it Seager? I don't remember who hit in.
Seager hit an RBI double in the 8th.
Is that what that was the one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
And
then, so right there, obviously a good start to a doubleheader. Scott Service, I don't know if you've been able to listen to any of his interviews or anything, but doubleheaders, he takes game one like extremely seriously. Like, there's some coaches that, if there's kind of a slim chance to win, then they'll just kind of beat around the bush. But like, Scott Service very strongly believes that if there's any chance of winning game one, he's gonna do it. Just to bring the momentum into game 2, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
which didn't work out in our favor for the second game of this, but
no, but I'm trying to remember. So another close game though.
Another close game
with some actual runs in this one. Not a low scoring affair, but
yeah.
Let's see. We got kids in the rooms.
Yeah, one has to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
All right, you good? Go ahead. But anyways, so game 2, the doubleheader on Wednesday. Who was it? Was it Oh, Margavish got the start in that one. He went 3 innings, giving up 2 runs and 4 Ks. 6 hits though. Wait. Yeah. What's going on here? Okay. Anyways, that doesn't make any sense. He went 3 innings, but it's saying he was responsible for 6 runs. Unless he got pulled out in the fourth. Like I said, this is over a week ago now, or almost a week ago now, so kind of hard trying to remember some of it. And then Vest came in for an inning, did pretty solid, 22 pitches, a K and a walk. Swanson came in for 2 innings of work, and the same thing, a K and a walk over 20. And then Sadler came in, and he gave up the walk-off actually in the bottom of the seventh. The Mariners scored 2 runs in the top of the seventh to tie that game up, and then Sadler came in and got the loss on that one. So,
all right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
You said in the beginning, life happens.
Yeah.
Lots over at home. Yeah, life happened again. Wife's upstairs putting the baby back to sleep, and the middle child had to go to the bathroom, and she still needs help. So she quietly comes in, Dad, I have to go pee.
Hey, at least she came in and got you and didn't just try and do it on her own. So,
exactly.
We go into Wednesday's games, get rained out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and then
doubleheader.
Yeah, which is Thursday now. Marco gets his first win of the year, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, and 2 walks. Graveman comes in with a save. Graveman's starting to grow a lot more and more on me. Coming out of the pen too.
No, I don't mean to come to last night's game, but he came in last night's game, didn't he?
Yeah,
if I remember right. And that's when I was watching like really good then, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm kind of liking this right now.
Well, Graveman used to be a starter when he played for Oakland and whoever he played with before. He was a starter, and then came to Seattle and they put him in the pen. So to see him come out and put up the work that he has, I mean, he hasn't given up a run all year. His ERA is 0.
Yeah.
So to see him doing that's really cool. And it's really what we need, and we'll get into that a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've always talked about is the Mariners pitching, more of the relievers and, the 8th, 9th inning guys is what's always been dragging us down.
Yeah.
And the hitting and stuff, but mostly the pitching. So you're seeing it all come together, and that's really cool.
Yeah. So,
So was that a 4-2 win and 7? I think you already said that.
Yeah, 4-2 win.
Mitch Haniger with a home run. So that gave him 2 RBIs. Trying to just think of anything that's special, anything that stood out in that game.
Dude, even Thursday was like so crazy for me because that's when we left. We drove over to Nampa, which is like 10 minutes away from Boise in Idaho.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes west of it. So I got off at like 11:30 on Thursday, came home, loaded up the truck, did all that. Malia was here at 1:30, I think, 2 o'clock, and we pretty much loaded up the last couple of things and hit the road.
Yeah.
So even the first game was kind of like just spotty here and there, and then the second game I caught the end of it a little bit, but yeah.
The good thing about baseball is if you don't watch every single game, there's still 162 games in a
season.
Yeah,
there's plenty of baseball you get to watch. You don't
need to catch them all, and that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I personally enjoy just sitting down and watching a baseball game. Like,
definitely, but you're not going to be like, oh man, I missed the game today if you miss one game.
I mean, I might, but that's just me.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so on to the second game on Thursday. The Mariners win it 2-1. Justin Dunn, I'm sorry, gets his first win of the year, and then Middleton gets his second save of the year. So it definitely have a lot of guys they can bring in, I think, for the later parts of the game, for a save opportunity or like a chance in like the bottom of the eighth to come in a late relief to try and give us, or I'm sorry, top or bottom of the eighth, to give us a chance in the ninth. You know, whether we need a run or need to try and get a save or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, definitely. And then just say for batting wise, Haniger gets another home run.
Yeah.
So that's two in a row, or 2 days in a row, I guess. I don't know. We've talked about it before, but just the addition of Mitch Haniger, just overall, like you can see in his batting and his abilities, you know, on defense, like, you know, out in the field, like just, I think.
Well, that
I'm
was
excited to see him back. Like,
yeah, well, that was the question mark though, right? Coming into this season was how early is he going to be able to be fully implemented? How early is he going to be productive and stuff like that? And we're seeing it. We've seen it right away, you know?
Yeah, I think we talked about that even before the season even started, like talking about how he's going to be coming back. And same thing with Paxton was like, what are we going to see out of both of them guys coming back? And I mean, unfortunately for Paxton, we're not going to see him the rest of the year, but Mitch Haniger is showing a lot of ability for us. And
yeah,
I'm liking it.
Yeah, I mean, this is going back to Friday night's game against Houston, but because it's the game I have pulled up right now and his stats on that. But I mean, he was hitting 351, and his slugging was 632. So I mean, he's hitting the ball good, making good contact, and finding his way. I mean, he's got a 371 OBP, so he's finding his way on base. He's making good contact, and he's came in clutch in a couple of really big times.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get that speed back at the top of the lineup. That was the other, how fast is he going to be? And we're starting to see that, you know, it's not his injury. Yes, it sucked to miss him for a year, but he's pretty much, I feel like he's back like 100%.
Yeah, I think so too.
If I had to guess.
Yeah. It shows just the plays that he makes when he's on the other side of the ball. You know, the speed that he brings out when he's out there to catch those balls that you don't think he's going to catch. I think that obviously shows. And then the hitting is just like a bonus.
Yeah. So let's move on to the 3-game set against Houston starting on Friday.
Yep.
This was a really big series early in the season. The last 2 series were really big for us.
We have
multiple
and the
reasons.
next one coming up as well.
Yeah, and the next one coming. The Mariners have not had. Everyone's like, oh, don't get excited. They do this every year, but usually when the years that they do this, they start off against shit teams.
Teams like the Yankees this year or something.
Yeah, I mean, to put an example, and our losses come from Oakland or Houston or something like that, and then we'll play like a bad Texas team, or or someone that's all banged up, or and find our wins that way. But
even I don't even remember who I was talking to today, but I was talking about it to someone today, and they were like, "Oh, that's just the Mariners at the beginning of the year," and I was like, "No, this year feels different. Like this feels different."
The only series that we've lost so far this year, I think, was to the White Sox.
Yeah. Okay. Say good night, please. Can you say look right here? Hey, no, over here.
Say anyway.
Good night.
Good night.
I love you. All right. Go to bed, baby.
But yeah, I think our only series lost this year is to the White Sox.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
And then we just split a 2-game with the Dodgers. And so the White Sox aren't a slouch. They have one of the best, I would say, top 5 starting rotation in baseball. We played the Giants, who, okay, I'll give you that one, kind of. But they're not a team to sleep on either, really. They still have a really good lineup. they just, I mean, they're kind of like us. They're trying to put the pieces together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey. Good night. Right there. There's the last one. So good night. Right here. Look at this one.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Love you.
Good
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, EC.
Do you have anything to say about the Mariners?
They go M's.
No. Just say go Mariners.
Go Mariners.
All right. Love you, buddy. You gonna miss me, buddy? I'm so sorry about this.
It's all good, dude. I got kids too.
No, this is what happens when we do it at home. Love you. Yeah. All right. This is gonna be some good family clips right there.
But yeah, we had the Giants who, like I said, okay, give you that. They're kind of trying to figure some things out too. And then you go to the White Sox, who's the one series that we've lost this year. And we were competitive, I felt like, in those games. And then we had Minnesota, which we took that 2-1 against a good Minnesota team as well. And then beat the Orioles 3-1. And then beat Houston 2-1. And then just split with the Dodgers, the reigning World Series champion Dodgers.
So I think
we held them to 2 hits and 1 run today.
Yeah, so I think I was gonna say the Houston series that we did was actually a big win for us, winning that series. And then, I mean, coming more recent to the Dodgers games, huge games, I think, and just like trying to prove that this is a Mariners team that actually looks okay, like looks good for this year. I think it's big for that. Like, forget about the statistics, forget about like being number 1 in the AL or whatever, but like just bring it to proving that the Mariners can actually be something this year. I think that was a great series to do so because, yeah, like you said, only 2 hits today. I mean, obviously our bats weren't swinging, but today Marco had a great start.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's what made me sorry. I was just saying that's what made me like really happy is Marco had a really good outing today. If we wanted to go back to the first game of that Dodgers series, which happened last night, since we're going in order, kind of getting a little jumbled up here, but yeah. I mean, the batting was really good yesterday. Pitching, Justice Sheffield started yesterday.
Yeah.
And he got the win.
Yeah.
And then Montero for the save, which I don't know if you texted me or if it was in our top left Facebook page, but it's like Montero's about a Montero this save here.
It was on the page.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's a nail biter. Like,
yeah.
But I think all around, like, super good ball by the Mariners, just to show that like we have what it takes, especially running with the reigning World Series champions. I don't know how you feel about it, but
draw
some stuff for me.
It's it's really good all over the board. It's really gave me a good feeling, and that's why yesterday when I started sharing a little bit more, I shared the thing from MLB.com saying like, oh, we see you, Seattle, and
that was cool. Getting some recognition because normally you don't.
Well, the thing is, you got to think about. Okay, overall, you have still one of the younger teams in the MLB, right? Going up against, and this is going back to yesterday, going up against Dustin May, who's a hard throwing. He's like 6'6", 2 something, just a
he
freaking
got the loss
giant.
Yesterday, but he doesn't look like a slouch. Like he's
he throws into the 100 miles an hour. He hits triple digits, and we were able to put up 3 runs on him. And then on the other side of the ball, you got Justice Sheffield, who's still a younger guy, only has 4 career wins or 5 career wins going into yesterday, and is going against the best lineup in baseball, and goes 5 2/3, giving up 3 earned runs, and gets credited with the win. 6 Ks. Yes, he gives up a
3
bomb.
walks.
He gives up a bomb, and that's something that we've hit on a lot the last couple of weeks, is how many bombs our pitching staff is letting up. But Marco today did not give up a home run, which made me feel absolutely grateful. I was expecting to see 3 home runs off of him today, to be honest with you.
When I knew that Marco was starting today, it's gotta love Marco, but he just gives you that uneasy feeling sometimes that it's like, okay, like he has the ability to pitch a really good outing, but then also has the ability, like you said, to give up 3 bombs or something of that nature, which, like you said, give you a really good feeling.
And then late in the game, Mookie getting hit wasn't good.
Mookie getting hit, that looked bad because you could see, like, when he got to first base, just he could barely get off his gloves. You had to have, someone help him get off the gloves. What was that? Was that Ty France that got hit in the same spot?
Yeah, like almost the exact same spot, and that freaked me out too because like even Malia was watching that and she like kind of jumped at it, but I don't know. I don't remember who it was against. I want to say it was against Minnesota. He was hitting and he got hit like right on his left forearm, kind of right underneath his elbow pad, and originally that's where I thought he got hit. So I was like, oh shit, like if that thing wasn't healed up, like it just got 10 times worse instantly. And I mean, as bad as it sounds to say, luckily it was on his other forearm, but that is his throwing forearm, so that's, I mean,
so
I don't know.
Seeing him get that hit was like, oh, like dang. And then you see today, well, I didn't see, but I heard today he comes in a pitch hit, which was a good sign for me, at least, that okay, they gave him the day off, so he didn't have to throw or anything, but at least he can come out and try and take an at bat.
Yeah, and Mookie didn't play at all today, did he?
I don't think so.
Not from what I've seen.
But I also only caught the end on the radio because I was working. But
I mean, I listened to most. I probably listened from the 6th inning on, and I didn't hear his name at all.
Yeah.
He didn't play at all.
Okay.
He didn't play at all.
And it was like you said, that was a scary hit when he got to first base and he was trying to take off his glove and just couldn't.
Yeah.
You want to win the game, but you don't want to see someone get hit like that.
Yeah.
Urias,
or Urias, however you say his name. I've never been able to say his name.
I think.
Yeah, dude, he was freaking lights out today, man. As much as I hate to admit it, but he was just listening to the commentators talk about his stuff and his junk. Like, it was something you could like almost visualize because of how like descriptive it was, So yeah, that's one good thing I'll say about the Dodgers.
Like I said, I didn't get to listen to hardly any of the game. I think I got the 8th inning on, which kind of sucked. But I mean, you give up. What do you give up? 1 hit.
Who Reyes? One hit.
1 hit the whole game. I mean, and then
11 Ks.
Oh yeah, want to praise our batting, like, because we've been doing so good in the last few games. But that's also something that we've always had to work on too. Is you get games where you have really good at bats, and then you get games where you have no at bats.
Well, the thing with the Reyes is his spin rate on his breaking ball is so high that it basically looks like a fastball until it drops.
Yeah.
So
you're catching, you're swinging or getting caught looking at it.
I did get home in time to watch the post game, and they were showing his spin rates and stuff like that. And dude, he compared to league average, he has to be the top of it.
Okay.
But yeah, and then it kind of sucks that the one, like I would say his best outing of the year for Marco Gonzalez, he gets credited with a loss.
Exactly. So now he goes to 1 and 2. But he had what is that? 1 earned run, 6 Ks, 1 walk, goes 7 innings,
101 pitches.
That's such a good outing for him too, and it makes me very happy to see him have that such a good outing.
It dropped his ERA way down. It was 10 point something coming into today. Now it's 6.
Yeah, which we talked about that last show.
Yeah,
like he has a 10 ERA.
Yeah, but
so he wasn't as good as your last outing. So,
and to give up 1 run against the Dodgers, and it wasn't even a home run. I mean, you can't fucking be mad about that. You got to be mad at the hitting, not the pitching.
Exactly. So that brings me to my next point then. Like, you can't be mad at going against an amazing Dodgers team and getting a win last night, getting a 1-0 loss tonight or today. What do you think about the Mariners this year? I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit.
I think
I know there's always that question like, okay, Mariners do good, and you kind of touched on it already at the beginning of the season, but like, what are we 8 games in or 18 games in?
We're 11-8 or 11-7.
11-7.
Yeah. So the headline of this video is, "Are the Mariners real in 2021?" And I'm gonna give you the most blatant answer that I can right now.
Okay.
And trying to be non-biased, obviously, because I'm a diehard Mariners fan. But
that's so hard.
My most unbiased answer is, I don't know.
I think that's the best answer you can give right now.
There's so many things that come into just play, emotion, thoughts, what could go right, what could go wrong, what have we done in the past, what do we have coming up in the future, like stuff like that, you know what I mean? So getting Kyle Lewis back today was huge, obviously. Getting Kyle Seager a break yesterday and letting him just DH was a good decision by Service with the lineup we have coming up next. You know, getting our pitching, our reliefs going is going to be the key to the Mariners' success this season.
I think the biggest question, or not the biggest question, but the biggest thing out there is there's 162 games and there's room for anything to happen. You got injuries, I mean,
we're seeing it in the Yankees right now.
Exactly.
A team that was picked to go to the American League Championship is the worst team in the American League right now.
Yeah, it's with every sport all around. You can have a great team and have a bad year, or you can have a good team and have a great year. And there's just so much to go wrong or so much to go right, especially with sports that have so many games like MLB and the NBA.
That's why, there's
just so much to go wrong or go right. So like you said, you don't know for your unbiased opinion. I feel the same way. I don't know. I am hopeful, but I'm also doubtful, but I'm also not doubtful.
I wouldn't. So that's the one thing that I'm not doubtful. Okay.
You're not doubtful? Okay.
Me personally, outside of this show, I believe that we are going to make the playoffs this year. And I've said that for the last 27 years. But
since I was born.
Yeah, but I really true. I mean, we haven't made the playoffs since 2001. So, I mean, first grade. I was in first grade the last time we made the playoffs, going into first grade. So, you know, as me outside of the show, I believe in the Mariners. I have no choice but to put my trust into Dipoto and Service and our entire farm system, which is getting ready to kick off their games here in a couple weeks. Opening day for them is like May 7th, I think it is. But like we've said over the last couple weeks, it's the relief pitchers are going to decide for themselves, for the organization, if we make the playoffs or not.
It's, you know what I mean? I think that's my thought every single year is because you can have.
Go ahead.
You can have the best batting. You can have the best people. I don't know. You can have everything going right for you. You get a relief pitcher that gives up 4 runs in the 9th or the 8th or whatever, and you're screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just no way around it.
We got the defense. We got 3 Gold Glovers in the infield with Seager, JP, and Evan White. We got a good outfield. Trammell, the reigning AL Rookie of the Year with Kyle Lewis. You got Mitch Haniger. You got Dylan Moore, who's a utility player out there. I mean, we have the defense. And there was years where the defense was the problem as well.
Did we even touch on that catch from Dylan Moore last night.
We have. I mean, we talked about it on the page, on our Facebook page,
I'm
Top Left
sorry, you
Sports
said
Show.
his name and it clicked in my
but
head. I was like, oh
yeah,
my god, yeah. And then
Evan White had another one of his signature over the shoulder catches. I think it was yesterday as well too.
Yeah. Sorry, that not to backtrack or anything, but
No,
that just
that's
when
good.
you said his name, it clicked in my head, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was such a good catch!" Like we had at least touched on it for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that alone shows, especially with getting Kyle Lewis back, you know, that we got the defense this year. The defense isn't the problem. We're gonna have the
No.
bats. Our bats are obviously gonna. We got some young guys in the lineup. They're not. I mean, Evan White has to figure it the fuck out, dude. I don't know how else to say it. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally like pulling my hair out every day I watch a Mariners game and I watch him hit, dude. I don't know if you're still pulled up and can find his average, but
I got it right here. Hold on.
it's just
186.
186. How many home runs? 2.
1 home run.
How many
5
RBIs?
RBIs.
Okay.
And
Like,
then a .558 OBS.
yeah.
OPS.
It's just, dude, it literally just makes me want to go insane.
Get the fuck out.
I don't know. I mean, what else do you tell the guy?
Like you said, figure it out.
Yeah, I listened to this thing with Service the other day, and he was like, "Oh, well, you know, I don't know if it was Service. I take that back, but it was talking about how, like, oh, it's last year was a 60-game season, so it's a little bit more stressful on the young guys. You know, they feel like if you go 10 games in with a slump, your season's pretty much done. But this year it's 162 games, so you got time if you're in a slump. But what happens if we get 30 games in and he's still in a slump? Like, do you keep him around just because he has a Gold Glove?
Or you throw him around like you did Daniel Vogelback 2 years ago, where, man, I swear to God, that guy was at the Rainiers with the Mariners.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see that happen to Evan White because he does have a long-term deal with us. But
yeah, also,
you know,
this is not a comparison. I want to make it all as Daniel Vogelback to Evan White.
No, not at all. 2
different caliber people, but at least get your hitting together for sure.
Yeah. So I guess to go back to answer your question, I don't know. I don't know what the key is going to be. I don't know if it's a
perfect answer though.
If it's going to be finding a trade and bringing in some other relief pitchers, which I think at some point we're going to have to do if it keeps being a problem. And maybe even getting another guy.
The biggest problem right now, but
yeah, I mean, maybe even bringing another guy up into the rotation, and since Paxton's gone, and you know, maybe take Graveman out of a relief spot and put him in the starting rotation. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's getting up there in age, so I don't know if that's something that he's even willing to do. But is it smart to give him 10 starts maybe? I don't know. Give him 8 starts. I don't see how that could hurt us if it like comes down to that. Like, say we lose one more starter or whatever the case may be. Say, you know, Dunn or Margavish or whatever for whatever reason is on the DL or whatever. Mm-hmm. If we go to Graveman, you know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's like like what we've been saying is the relieving pitchers, even the starting pitchers, are going to be really the difference maker for us this year. Which I think it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same for every team. It's always going to be the pitching that's going to be key to look out for. I think our hitting is going to suffice right now. Obviously, some guys can get it going a little bit better, or some games we could do a little bit better, but the pitching is definitely something that needs to be looked at and has to be looked at all times of the year. And anything you can do to move that around or just help, I mean, is what we're going to have to do. I think your answer is perfect. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know if the Mariners are for real this year, but just based off of these games that we got under our belt right now, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, and I mean, you throw that, from the past couple days, and then look into the next couple days. We got a 4-game set at Fenway.
It's gonna be a tough game.
The
Tough
second best record in baseball right now. And then from there we go to a 4-game down to Houston. I mean,
yeah. Also another
this is
big set to watch.
A hard 8-game road trip right now. Coming the Mariners' way, and there's not a lot of that.
Even right after that, we're going against Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles at home. We got a 6-game home stand right there.
But even those Los Angeles games are going to be huge. So this next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games are going to be key to watch, and definitely give us a lot more to talk about. I mean, I'm definitely
really this whole first half of the season is fucking gnarly, dude.
It's crazy.
I mean, you got Boston, Houston, the Angels. Okay, Baltimore get a little bit of a break there. Texas a little bit of a break there.
Should be a break, but then Dodgers
down to the Dodgers, and then you got Cleveland, Detroit, Slam Diego, Oakland. Obviously, you got all the divisional. You got Monday. You got over a week straight. You got almost 2 weeks straight of just straight division games from the 24th to the 6th of June.
Exactly. Yeah. Those also be.
Those are the ones you need to win, dude.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah, gosh, I haven't looked at the schedule like this hard at all yet, but I mean, this schedule looks like if we're going to be a team that's for real, the schedule is not going to be one where you go back and go, they had a pretty good schedule though. This one's going to be like, they fought for it for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited to see what happens. Like I said, how many games in are we? 18?
18 games.
18 games in.
11-7.
I'm still a believer. I'm pretty much a believer until they say that we're officially eliminated from the postseason.
There's always a chance.
So I mean, you never know. You never know, dude. You never know. It's baseball. Weirder shit's happened. Well, I guess not really. Weirder shit probably hasn't happened in the playoffs. But, yeah.
We need that. Seattle needs that. Well, I guess I don't really identify with like Seattle as a city, but Washington, our state, needs that.
Yeah. So I don't really have anything else on that. We will obviously keep everyone up to date on our Facebook page, Top Left Sports Show. Through the next couple of big series.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so pretty excited. If you are watching for the first time on YouTube, head over to our Facebook channel, Top Left Sports Show. Like it so you get all the updates. Me and Bradley post everything on there, from baseball, football, hockey, golf, NASCAR, Supercross. Anything that's a sport goes on there. Wrestling, we had pretty much full coverage of the NCAAs and Olympic trials on there. We do it all. So we're just trying things out a little differently tonight, see how it works for us, while we test out some new equipment that we're using and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely.
We got some merch that we're going to be dropping here in the next couple weeks. We do fantasy football. We did NCAA brackets. So if you are into stuff like that, definitely head over to Top Left Sports Show Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Obviously, you're on YouTube if you're watching right now. But yeah,
TikTok page,
the Ticky Tacky.
Yeah, we got everything. The Ticky Tackies, Tic Tacs.
Bradley does the Ticky Tacky. I don't even know what that is.
You haven't even seen it.
My buddy does a softball one, and he posted a video, and I felt like an old person, like I couldn't even figure out how to get it to play.
Like, how do I
use
this
and then
thing?
randomly I like locked my phone, and then the music started playing from it. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, it was like one of those moments where I just felt old as shit, dude.
Yeah, you're looking at it with the big font, like, turn it off.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
If you're a softball fan, we're gonna start doing a lot more softballs. I mean, if Bradley wants to, obviously he's more than welcome, but I'm gonna start doing a lot more softball stuff.
Yeah, you go to all the tournaments and big events here in Washington and Idaho, obviously. So you know more about it than I do. I have not a clue, but I mean, definitely talk about it. I'll be here to enjoy learning. So
hell yeah. But yeah, we'll post some videos and stuff like that. And as always, appreciate the support, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you next time.